Mazda Road to Indy is comparable to a campaign. From state to state and month to month, drivers that have dreams of a championship know that it's a long fight and that they have a year's worth of work to complete in order to become a Mazda Road to Indy champion. As the largest championship on the Mazda Road to Indy, the Cooper Tires USF2000 Championship, powered by Mazda, was anyone's guess as to who would end 2016 as the champion. Kalgoorlie, Australia's Anthony Martin of Cape Motorsports with Wayne Taylor Racing made little noise at the onset of the new season. That was until the month of May. The Aussie was victorious on both the road course and the oval in Indianapolis. Following a magnificent May, Martin went on to cruise through America's National Park of Speed, sweeping rounds 8 and 9 in Wisconsin at Road America, bringing his win total to 4 victories in 5 races. Martin would leave Wisconsin tied for the points lead with his biggest championship rival, who also happened to be his teammate, Parker Thompson. But before Martin could start trying on championship rings, his road to the Cooper Tires USF2000 Championship, powered by Mazda, would go right through Thompson's hometown, Toronto, Ontario. Despite a poor points weekend for Martin in Toronto, which included a crash in round 10, along with Thompson scoring the win the next day in round 11, Anthony Martin would do exactly what he needed to do at the season's busiest weekend in Ohio.
The championship's just changed, and to be able to win a race, especially at Mid-Ohio, is just a big thing for me. But more importantly, the championship, which is what I'm going for.
The only triple header of 2016 belonged to Martin as he dominantly swept the 3 rounds at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Coupled with bad luck for Thompson in the first race of the weekend, Martin was in the driver's seat heading to the sole red finale at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. While Arms Up Motorsports driver Victor Franzoni steamrolled the competition on track at the final weekend of 2016, Parker Thompson kept things interesting and kept Martin honest by finishing ahead of him in round 15 of 16. But ultimately, Martin's second place finish, which was just ahead of his teammate's P3 finish, was enough to keep him on top and earn him the 2016 Cooper Tires USF2000 Championship, powered by Mazda. Following a third-place finish in last year's USF2000 Championship, driving for the same team as this year's champion, Aaron Telitz made his intentions to win the 2016 Pro Mazda Championship presented by Cooper Tires known very early when he won round 1 of the season in St. Petersburg, Florida. But almost as quickly as Telitz became a threat to win the championship, he became known to be the threat for second place in the title chase, as his Team Pelfrey teammate Pato O'Ward went on an incredible streak, winning the next 6 races on the schedule. From St. Petersburg to both weekends in Indianapolis, O'Ward was the driver to beat, which seemed to be the one thing that no one in Pro Mazda could do.
Yeah, so the start of the season went really well. I've had a bit of a bump in the road the last couple of races. The month of May did not go super well for me, so I'm in a little bit of a hole to my teammate Pato, but we're not even quite halfway through the season yet, so anything that's been done I can undo, so I'll be on full attack mode the rest of the season.
Telitz reignited his championship's destiny by smacking the ball out of the park at Road America, where he was untouchable and swept the weekend in front of friends, family, and the Pro Mazda field. Following 2 victories in the streets of Toronto, Telitz was able to keep his teammate and championship rival O'Ward off the podium in Ohio. The final weekend of the year for Pro Mazda drivers included 3 rounds at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, following round 10 at Iowa being canceled. O'Ward put up an incredible fight as he outran Telitz to the win in race 1 of the weekend. After both Team Pelfrey drivers were locked out of the podium in race 2, it was Aaron Telitz driving to the win in the final race of 2016, which was enough to earn him the Pro Mazda Championship title. And at the top level of the Mazda Road to Indy is, of course, Indy Lights. The 2016 Indy Lights Championship presented by Cooper Tires will be remembered by many for many different things, but what it will not be remembered for was a lack of competition on track. Of the first 7 races in 2016, there were 6 different winners. Of those 6, the only multiple race winner was Carlin Racing's Ed Jones. After 2 wins in the first 7 races of the year, Jones' season was in jeopardy of being remembered only for a second-place finish at round 8 of the season after coming up short in an historic battle to the Yard of Bricks at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the Freedom 100, which was ultimately won by Andretti's Dean Stoneman in the closest recorded finish in the history of Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
I made the decision to stay on the inside, and that he got the momentum of the outside, and that just beat me to the line. It was so close, and the team did a fantastic job. They gave me the car to win the race, and that minor mistake just cost me everything.
Despite the historic and successful month of May, which saw a win on the road course and the historic finish in the Freedom 100, Jones would run on hard times as the summer began. After failing to finish on the podium in rounds 9 and 10 at Road America, things did not get any better for Jones as he was placed on probation by race control for aggressive driving in the first half of 2016. Following a trip to the podium on the Oval in Iowa, Jones's month of July ended with a season-low finish of 11th following a violent crash in round 15 at Mid-Ohio. A runner-up finish at Watkins Glen in round 16 in New York put Jones in the spot he needed to take a run at championship point leader Santiago Urrutia. After a second consecutive runner-up finish 7 days later in Monterey in the penultimate race of the season, Jones earned a 7-point lead with only 1 race remaining. A controversial final round of 2016 saw Ed Jones not only trail Santiago Urrutia on track, but as well in the points picture. That is, until the final lap of the season, when Jones got around the slowed car of his Carlin teammate Felix Sorales, which earned him the necessary championship points to edge out Urrutia and earn the 2016 Indy Lights Championship presented by Cooper Tires. As these champions reflect on their incredible 2016 seasons, they're reminded that preseason testing is not far away, and the journey to next year's 3 champions are about to begin.